Hey everyone, this is Peter Scove at Music is a Journey. Today I'm jumping on a thread that I thought sounded really fun. This is for Ben Rankins in Australia. He started a new thread that I just found out about this morning. It's an interesting one. I think it's called the Best 5 by 10 or something like that, 5-10. The rules are that you are to pick the best album, in your opinion of course, from the last 5 years. However, the band who released that album must be 10 years or younger from the release of that album date. Now, this could be, older people, from older classic bands who went and started a new band or a side project or whatever. That is permitted. So if you wanted to do like Mick Jagger did a side project or something, that's permissible. Anyway, it wasn't too difficult because I did my own thing back in 2020. I was out searching for bands that were 15 years or younger and trying to find a lot of new music that way. So I did actually have a pool of albums to select things from. Plus there are people I've gotten to know over the internet through their music who also have a fairly new bands or new projects going on. So the pool was all right. The difficult point was thinking, first of all, what albums did I buy during those years, 2019 up to 2023, and then which of those would I consider among my favorites, and then among those, which of those bands who released those albums were 10 years or younger at the time of that release. So it was a bit of a challenge, and I think some of the albums I picked are perhaps not necessarily the one I consider the best from that year. In fact, there was one year, I think I had 3 or 4 releases that I thought equally of. I thought them all equally worthy of being mentioned. And so I kind of juggled it around a bit to fit the bands in that I kind of thought, okay, well, I got like 2 albums from this band, so let's just pick this one over that one, and whatever. It was a bit of a process. That was the real challenge. So here we go. For 2019, this is Worm Witch, The Heaven That Dwells Within. They are a black metal band, but said to have a crust punk sound to them. I'm still not exactly clear on what crust punk is, but okay, they don't sound like your typical black metal band. And I featured these guys on my channel on my special year-end video for 2020, and at the time, Worm Witch gave me permission to use a bit of the music, so I'm going to assume, maybe incorrectly so, but I'm going to just feature a little bit of music from this Worm Witch album anyway. I really like this band. I liked their debut album better, but this one is still good, and then the next album after this I'd all actually considered for my 2021 year pick, but I like this one better than that one. So let's listen to a little bit from The Heaven That Dwells Within by Worm Witch. '20 was a great year. That was the year I actually had 4 different albums to consider, but the one that I decided to go with was this one here. So this is the one and only album by Hag out of St. John's, Newfoundland. This is vinyl, my dear friends. I don't have a record player. However, they didn't have a CD. They had a download only, and I normally wouldn't have bought it, but I just liked it so much. I felt I had to have it even as a download. And then I featured them in my video, and I said I would like to buy a t-shirt. So they said, if you buy the t-shirt, we'll send you the vinyl. If you buy the vinyl, we'll send you a t-shirt. So I opted to buy the t-shirt, and they sent me the vinyl as a thank you gift. A bit of an expensive one for them because, sending vinyl from St. John's, Newfoundland to Japan, geez, the cat wants in. But anyway, this is Hag's debut album. What does it sound like? Well, they are basically a doom metal, kind of a psychedelic doom metal band with female vocals, and the singer, Claire Hipditch, sounds like she should be singing lounge jazz, but like horror-themed lounge jazz. And speaking of horror, the cat seems to be trying to tell me something. So anyway, let's listen to a little bit from this album here. You'll love it, I'm sure. There is darkness. I've been trying to teach the cat that when the video camera is set up, he shouldn't bother me. He hasn't learned it yet. Okay, moving on to 2021. So there's a fellow by the name of Hamlet who started a music group called Transport Aerian. And honestly, I'm not really sure how far back it goes now. It might actually go beyond the limits of the contest. However, his debut album came out in 2012. All right. And he did 3 albums before kind of leaving Transport Aerian for a little bit, like putting it off to the side while he joined a band called Fabulae Dramatis, which was kind of an avant-garde progressive type metal band. However, he came back to Transport Aerian, which was basically his solo project before, but he put together a band. And then in, what year are we at? 2021, he put out Skywound. This is actually really unique because, anyway, Hamlet's style is unique. His singing style is unique. His ideas about music are unique. At least they are in my collection. And I do like his older albums. The one just before this is probably my favorite. However, I think by putting together a band, he has really outdone himself. So let's listen to a little bit from this album here, Skywound by Transport Aerian. It's my pick for, what are we at, 2021.
Of living bonds, of speech and thought, that go me to the stage, and they laugh as I start to dance to what's not there.
Alright, I had an album picked for 2022, I had a CD to show, but it wasn't my favorite CD of that band. I actually liked the album that came before it. However, I just recently found out about this other band and they don't have any physical copies available now. When I contacted them about it, they said they are going on tour next spring. They will print a new batch of CDs, so I will buy a CD at the time. However, in the meantime, I have contented myself with the download from Bandcamp. The band is Pharm, spelled P-H-A-R-M. They are a stoner rock band, but with a progressive type style to the music. So maybe 80% stoner and 20% progressive or something like that. Anyway, very interesting music. I've only just started listening to them, but I really like what they did. And so their one and only album came out in 2022. They actually started recording it in 2019, and I think it was in 2021 or so they released a single. They released 3 singles leading up to the album release in 2022. So I actually wanted to include their music in a previous video I did, but I didn't get the response I was looking for from them, which would have been yes. At the time, like, I think we just didn't, clearly communicate. And so after I made the video, they contacted me and they said, of course you could have used the music. So I said I'll do a video for their album later on when I get the CD, but for now I have the download. So let's just listen to a little bit of the music from Pharm's album Vortex from 2022. And finally, that brings us up to 2023. Now, this year I've been buying a lot of albums released by older bands. I bought Metallica, I bought Overkill. A lot of the bands whose albums I bought, these bands are already 15, 20, 30, 40 years old. So it was really difficult to find a band that was under 10 years of age. However, I did pick up the latest release by Tomb Mold, a technical death metal band, this time starting to move into more progressive territory on their fourth release. What the heck was it called? The Enduring Spirit. I knew that. This album has received a lot of praise by fans of the band. People out there who love death metal have done videos talking about what they think of this album. There was a fellow I saw the other day who said he really likes it, but he liked the previous album better. And just now, after hearing this only twice, I still think I like their second album the best, and their third album maybe almost the same. I need to listen to this one a little bit more. But as I said, the pickings are kind of slim for 2023 because pretty much everything I've bought this year is from older bands. At least bands who are older than 10 years as of 2023. So this is Tomb Mold, and I think their label probably will not like me to play any music from it. I think, what are they on anyway? Seasons of the Mist? I don't know, what are they on? $20 spin. Is it $20 spin? I think they're on $20 spin. Well, whatever. I think I can't play any music without getting, you know, explicit permission, express permission. So we will not hear a sample from Tomb Mold, but that's my pick for 2023. Okay, Ben Rankins, there you go. That's my selection. Hope you enjoyed it. And Ben, by the way, showed a really cool one. What were they called now? Stone something? I forget. Damn it. But it sounded really cool. It was, and I'm thinking I might just have to check it out. The artwork was cool. You know, I'm going to just put the artwork here. That's the album that he showed that I really liked. So there we go. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you in a video probably coming soon because I already have the next one almost ready to go. All right. See you then. Bye.